Okay, so it says live, and so we probably are live. Everybody, it's always so funny. People go live on like Zoom or whatever, and it's like, are we live? Are we live? And then you see them like speaking, the are we live? So we are probably live in the Gorgeous Manifestation Hub for Ambitious Boss Babes. And we are so excited to be with you guys here today. So please, when you do come on, say hello. You may need to give StreamYard permission just so that we can see your names. However, if not, all you need to do is when you speak to me, just say your name, please. So I see there are some of you watching. I'm so excited. Guys, get ready to be sharing your charts with us today. So if you have never seen your human design chart, the gorgeous Jacqueline is going to put it up. Hi, Natalia. The gorgeous Jacqueline is going to put it up there so that you can link to your freaking chart so that you can share it, because we're going to do some exciting stuff with you guys today. So Jacqueline, welcome back again to the Manifestation Hub. It's so good to have you.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much again for having me. This is really, really cool. Like, I'm really excited, especially now. Like, I'm even more excited now to be able to connect with everyone.
Hello, gorgeous Lucy. So guys, I just have to share how this all happened, because oh my gosh, when you are living by your freaking design and when you are living life in flow mode, everything just happens. And so at the end of January, I was walking and I was listening to a podcast and it was all about the manifestor. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just have to freaking add this to my business. And then I was like, girl, how many freaking courses are you on? Like, slow down. So if you are a manifestor or generator, we get things like this. And, so I was like, slow down. But something in my soul just said, you've got this covered. Like, don't stress about it. It's all going to fall into place. And then I saw the gorgeous Jacqueline on Susanna Kennedy's show. And I say show, on her live. And I was like, oh my gosh, the way she was explaining things was just really beautiful. And you guys know, like, I love simplicity in life. I don't like overcomplicating things. And sometimes people can overcomplicate things. And Jacqueline just did it in a way that, like, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get her into the hub. It was actually the second time. So the first time I was like, oh my gosh. And then the second time I actually had a reading with her and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this girl into the hub. And so I got her into the hub, as you guys know, and you all fell deeply in love with her. And I loved her even more after that. I was like, oh my gosh. And then out of the blue, Jacqueline actually messaged me and she's like, Tanya, I don't normally do this, but this ping in my spleen is saying to me that I should reach out to you and ask if you want to do a collaboration. And I was like, oh my gosh, absolutely freaking yes. I manifested this. I was like, I asked for this at the end of January and here you are. So Jacqueline, you can then carry on a little bit with your story. It's so interesting, Lucy. I love it. Hooray. So nice to see your faces. So guys, if you are on, just remember to use your name. I'm so sorry. I can't see your names unless you give permission to StreamYard. So especially when we're doing your chart, just say like, I can see it's Lucy, but saying good morning to everybody, but just put your name like Lucy Hannah and then share your chart so we know who we're speaking to. Okay, Jacqueline, over to you.
Awesome, thank you. So it was very interesting because I'm obviously, well, no, it's not obvious, but I am a projector and I'm a 5/1 Splenic projector. So as a projector, we're really here to kind of like recognize our gifts and make ourselves as visible as possible. And then you kind of like, by putting yourself out there, the right people will connect to you and then give you that invitation, right? So manifestors aren't really here to initiate anything. Like, when you kind of like, the only type actually I want to kind of say that's got that 100% initiating power is actually a manifestor. I mean, hello Tanya. And then you've got manifesting generators, which also have a little bit of that energy to kind of initiate, but their strategy is to kind of like wait to respond. So when I got my inner authority splenic, so I call it like my intuitional ping, like my ping from my spleen, literally, to kind of, it was like loud. It was like in this kind of moment, I was in the kitchen and I was like, I really want, because I've been on my end talking to my audience about manifestation. I've been sharing how, manifestation, like the basic principles work, but also kind of like looking at human design and how you can understand your own kind of like manifestation blueprint. So I was standing in the kitchen, and all of a sudden I felt it and heard it so clearly. Was like, connect with Tanya. You've initially received that invitation from her. So come and initiate, talk to her and ask her about a possible collaboration, about doing a course together and combining both skill sets. Because I think it was absolutely like, coming from human design and then also manifestation coach, I mean, like, that was exactly what I was kind of looking for. And I kind of put the intention out there, and I got it so clearly that I didn't even hesitate. I literally just popped your message straight away, and I was like, listen, yeah, like, this feels so good. Let me know, like, what you think, what your feels are. And immediately you were like, oh my gosh, you read my mind. Like, how did you know this? Well, how? Like, we know how. So it was perfectly aligned, and it's so beautiful. And it's really an example of kind of what happens when you really follow your own flow, when you're in the flow, when you're in alignment with yourself, when you're coming from a place of like authenticity, and you're really honoring, like how your design works, like how your energy works. So even though, I mean, I did hesitate a little bit, I was like, ooh, my mind tried to shadow and take over, but I knew I had to trust and honor that intuitional ping that I was getting, that it felt so loud that I just took action in the moment. I didn't even wait, which is exactly what you can do as a splenic projector as well. I see Lucy. Lucy is a self-projected projector. Hello, Lucy. We've got Anne that's joined us as well. I'm just like, because I can see the comments on my end, so I'm going to just give shout out to everyone, when I see them come in.
Hello, Anne. So lovely to see you. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. I'm just so excited. It's like, this is the thing, guys. If life is difficult, you are doing it, I'm sorry to say, wrong. It shouldn't be. And actually, I did say to Jacqueline, I'm going to be totally honest here. I said to her, oh my gosh, like, I did this emojis, and I did like the finger point and this roller coaster. I'm like, there's Tanya, because I don't know about you guys, but definitely the energies have been weird the past 2 weeks. Last week, definitely worse for me, but this week is also, I'm like, oh, I'm like so excited, and then I'm like, okay, I just need to freaking chill. And it's like, whoa, there's this roller coaster. So obviously we do still have emotions, but life should be easy. Life should flow. Life should be absolutely beautiful. And if it is not, you guys, you need to change it. You need to know that the truth is that we are all supposed to live a life that we absolutely freaking love and adore. And so, who knew your vibe could get higher? Erin! Yeah, I'm obviously on the high on the roller coaster. But it's so fun. And actually, do you know, Erin, you say that this past week, I was obviously a guest for Katie. My husband was like, he said he was just sitting in the office, like listening to me. And he's like, oh, my heart was just over freaking flowing because of your energy. And then obviously I had Sarah on Wednesday, and again, my heart. And now I've got Jacqueline, and I actually just love this whole interview thing. Like, where's it been all my life? So really, really amazing. And Erin, definitely, the minute that Jacqueline and I actually connected, because who freaking knew that she lives up the road from me, like half an hour. And as soon as we connected, it was like, we have so many things in like similarities. Like, we both freaking love numerology first. And, and we both adore tapping. And there's just so many things that we have got, so many similarities. And my husband is a projector too. So obviously, I'm a really good team with projectors. So I'm so excited. Like, it's beautiful. Okay, so Sarah says, I'm new to human design, but I'm a generator. My son is a generator. You guys have got a whole lot of energy, and you just energize all of us. So thank you to the generators that give us energy. Thank you, Erin. It feels good. It feels good. So what we're going to do today is the gorgeous Jacqueline is going to, she has already shared the link there. So if you guys can do us a big favor, if you can just share your chart in the link below, in the comments.
Yeah.
What Jacqueline is going to do, Jacqueline's going to go through it let me know what kind of manifestor you are. She's going to give you a little tip as well from your chart, and then I'm going to tap into my intuition and see a good tool that will be lovely for you to use so that you can manifest. And guys, we are launching the most powerful freaking course that is starting next week. It is going to be live only once. So this is freaking special. For those of you that come on now, we were going to do it as a self-study. We were like, heck no, let's get some energy into it. It's always fun, like when you're actually presenting to people. So we're gonna do it live, just a once-off, and then it is going to become a self-study. And in this, we are going to give you 7 freaking phenomenal steps to design your freaking manifestation tools by your design. And this will be a once-off that afterwards we are going to go through your charts. We are doing a bonus session for those that are doing it live with us. So we're going to do this, but obviously in more detail. So everyone wants to come on, guys. It's at a phenomenal rate. And as I said, it's never going to be live again. So whoever wants to join us live, we start on Monday. We will also share the link. Jacqueline's like amazing with that. Jacqueline, if you could just share the link, because I don't know how to share the link. Actually, which is really cool. Jacqueline's taught me some stuff this week, and I've taught Jacqueline some things this week. So it's pretty awesome. Like, it's really cool. So I don't see any charts. I wonder, guys, just let us know if it is possible to do that. I'm a manifesting generator. Woo-hoo, another one with lots of sacral energy. Got it. Here is mine. Okay. So can you see that?
Okay, let me just quickly see.
And then just remember to share your name, guys. Very important to share your name. Don't know what any of it means. That's okay. Neither did I. When I first saw it, I was like, the first thing that I saw was obviously manifestor. I was like, oh, go and lie down. Like, there's 9% of us in the world. How the actual freaking heck? I'm also a 888 in numerology, my main 3 numbers. And I was like, this is so insane. Like, if I was not born to be a manifesting coach, like, what the actual? And it's just amazing. Like, I didn't know any of this before I followed my nudges and became a manifestation coach, then found out about numerology, then found out about human design. So it's really just amazing. So don't worry if you don't know nothing. And also, I've got so much to learn, and that's why Jacqueline's my sidekick, because she is just a like, when I said something about my son and the family, and she was like, this, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to lie down. Like, you are just a fountain of knowledge, and it's amazing. So can you see? No,
Jacqueline? So the link won't take you to your chart, or the link that Ivania, sorry, I struggle with name reading sometimes. I do apologize. But you've shared your link to your chart. What I'm going to need you to do is take a screenshot and then send it, and then add it into the comment section. Worst case scenario, if that's really difficult, what you can do is just give me your name, your date of birth, your time of birth, and your place of birth. Add it into the comment section, and I'll generate a few charts on my end, and that will kind of maybe speed up the process. If it is possible. So if you can't share the screenshot of your chart, then just add in your name, your date of birth, your place of birth, your time of birth, and then I'll generate the chart on my back end. I do want to kind of mention, Tanya, you were talking about the energies, and this is what's really incredible, that you can actually check transits with human design. And it's so okay, sorry, I'm reading Erin says I can't get it to add the image. Okay, perfect. So we can't add images, which is perfectly fine. Okay, wait, this actually, hold up, yeah. The human design transit today is a line 3, and it's all about experimentation. It's all about trial and error. It's all about kind of figuring it out as you go along. And this is exactly what I was talking about. So the transit right now, like, you get daily transits that happen that you can actually see the energy vibration, the potentials that you can tap into for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, right? So today, being a line 3, we are literally line 3ing it here all the way by kind of going through the trial and error. We see we can't load your chart to the comment, which is perfectly fine. So I see, Anne, you've already done it for me. Date of birth, time of birth, place of birth. Then I can generate your chart, and then we can kind of see what type of manifest you are based on your human design chart. And then Tanya can tap in and look at her and give you some manifestation tools, but then also using intuition, which I love. So both of us actually have a very strong intuition, which is really, really awesome and really exciting. So that is why the live is going to be so exciting, because not only are you getting our knowledge, you're also getting the intuitional guidance that comes through for both of us. So I'm super excited. Do you want to maybe chat more about that while I kind of generate charts on this end?
Yeah, absolutely awesome. So yeah, so obviously with the live, that is the thing, guys. We'll be tapping into you. We will be tapping into your energy. We'll be tapping into your chart, and we'll be tapping into our freaking amazing support team in non-physical that's going to guide us to give you the best results. So it's just going to be, it's going to be fun. Like honestly, Jacqueline and I just have like, we said, we're like, okay, because we got to keep this for 45 minutes because I've got an appointment at 12. And we're like, oh my gosh, because we can just literally talk for hours because we're just so in alignment. So it's really, really beautiful. So yeah, so excited, so excited. And our very first one will be on Monday at 11 a.m. SAST. So the same time as this live. It will all be done over Zoom. So we will get to see your beautiful faces as well, which is very exciting for me because normally I do Facebook Lives and I just see your profile pic. Unless you're in my academy, then I see a lot of your beautiful faces. But generally it's like this. So very, very excited about it for those that are joining us live.
Okay, so I've got Anne's chart first up. So Anne, manifesting generator. For one, your inner authority is emotional solar plexus. So I'm going to touch on a bit of the inner authority just because I know for decision making, like I was speaking to you about my spleen. So splenic is in the moment, spontaneous. Emotional solar plexus, though, you're not designed to make decisions in the moment. So it's kind of like stop forcing yourself to rush things through. And Tanya, you can talk more about this as well because you're also emotional solar plexus in authority. But for Anne, her manifest, you're a non-specific manifester. So it's kind of like through human design, non-specific. Okay, so this is what's so beautiful about this is everything that you've been taught about manifestation has been coming from a one-sided point of view. So I know Tanya also looks at it intuitively and she can kind of like read into your energy and kind of learn, understand what tools are going to work better for you. And that's what we're going to be talking about, touching about now, introducing you to what's kind of come through the course. But with human design, what's so beautiful is you can actually kind of see clearly on which side of the spectrum you actually predominantly lean more towards. So again, it's not about putting yourself in a box and kind of being a one size fits all. It's kind of looking at it going, okay, hold on. So I'm actually more a non-specific manifester, which means trying to specifically point out exactly what it is that you want to manifest to the point. Like if it's a lover, for example, tall, dark, handsome with green eyes, like for you, the specifics doesn't feel so easy. It feels kind of like, oh, why do I have to be so specific? Can't I just tell you kind of what I want in story form? And that is that non-specific manifesting energy that you can see coming through from your human design chart. So Tanya, do you want to dive into a little bit more kind of like what you're picking up for Anne?
So Anne, so many people always tell us like be specific, say that you want that 10,000 and you want this and you want that. I'm also emotional and it's so beautiful. My whole freaking family is solar plex run, like all about the emotion. So for me, I do like to be that specific, but I have to go by the feel. So in human design, I'm specific, but I've got to go by that feel. Now you are totally non-specific. So you need to use tools that are going to get you into that feel, that bigger vision, that, oh my gosh, like, don't say, I want to make 10,000 pounds this month. You say, like for you, the Dream Day Journal will be absolutely phenomenal. You write about your bigger vision, like sitting on the beach. I don't know what your dream is, but I used to always write about living on the beach, living this free life because I'm all about freedom. And that would just set my whole soul on fire. And that is why for me, when I started using the Dream Day Journal, because I really felt those feelings things started to manifest for me so quickly. And I will leave afterwards the link to the Dream Day Journal. It is such a powerful tool. Have fun with it. Manifesting should be fun. It should feel good in your solar plexus. It should feel good in your heart, and it should be exciting, because that is how we manifest. And all of us are different, though. We all manifest differently. So if that's always freaked you out when people are like, be specific, put that exactly how you want those steps and stuff like that, and if that starts making you feel icky, you are pushing those manifestations away. So go with that beautiful bigger vision.
Love that. Anne is giving us hearts, and let us know, does that resonate with you? It's really beautiful, because I come across a lot of non-specific manifestors, and they also have trouble answering a questionnaire. So if it's like really specific, like say for example you have running a business, and then your coach tells you, okay, what is your niche, who is your ideal client, like get specific, like where do they live, what do they do, what are they looking at you for? You kind of go, wait, what, like how do I answer this question? Like you kind of just get all kind of stuck in your head instead of feeling all the feels, exactly like what Tanya was saying. So it's so important to kind of know and understand that this is who you are. Like this is your beautiful, unique gift that you've been given. It's like kind of almost want to say, stop trying to manifest like everyone else, and actually lean into your own manifestation blueprint by being the non-specific manifestor, by feeling the feels, by envisioning that dream, by looking at the feeling and the expectation, or not the experience of that feeling. So Anne is kind of saying very true, and not being specific for me. Okay, cool. And then she gives like praying hands. Yay, thank you. I'm so glad that resonates. Okay, do you want to jump? I'm going to jump onto Simone, or Simone. Sorry, I'm not sure how to say it. Manifesting generator as well. So we've got sacral energy. So you are designed to make those in the moment decisions based on that urge. So looking at what is that internal urge that's coming up for you, and that's kind of what's going to direct you to on the right path. It's also going to then show you what is coming up for you. So it's kind of your body, instead of thinking it through, kind of feeling what is the urge that's coming up for you in your body. And that's going to be a great indication of what your next steps are, that will get you what you're intending, or what your goal that you've set for yourself is. So you are a specific manifestor. So you can see we've got manifesting generator through Anne, non-specific, and then we've got manifesting generator through Simone, and she is specific manifestor. So specific details. Tanya, do you want to give some tools there?
Yes. So Simone, for you, I feel like something that I love to do as well, because I am literally both. Like I can tell you, because I've got so much freaking manifesting in me, I've got to be so careful to go off topic and manifest the things that I don't want, because it can come just as quickly for me. So I have to be so careful with my energy. And so for me, in the non-specific, I've still got to make it fun. I mean, in the specific, I've still got to make it fun. So I do things like, for instance, and I think this will be beautiful for you, Simone, is make little charts, whatever it is that you are trying to manifest at the moment. Maybe it is, you are trying to make more money in your business, or whatever that is. What can you specifically do every day that's going to help you with that? And you create a sexy little spreadsheet, you color that thing, and you print it, and you stick it somewhere where you can see it every single day, so that it is there as a reminder, because that really then makes me feel like, oh my gosh, I've accomplished something. I know that I'm on the way to what it is that I want. You can also have a specific thing that you are targeting. So if you say, I want this amount of money, you can absolutely do that. What you'll do is maybe make it a sexy little thing, stick it on your walls, that you wake up every morning and you see that amount, and you say to yourself, that's what I'm going for. Like, I'm excited about that. That is magical. That's where I'm going. And then, you've got your little spreadsheet of how you're going to get there, because that's quite specific. So that'll be lovely for you, and celebrate the freaking wins every time you tick off that spreadsheet, every time you tick it off. So that was Simone. Specific manifestor. Ooh,
I love that. And also remember, for generators, especially who's got that sacral energy, and we're going to talk now about Erin. So Erin is coming up as a generator, and you've also got that sacral energy, and your inner authority is also sacral. So it's kind of reminding yourself that when you're in the flow, and when you're in alignment, and when everything is coming to you with ease, is when you are satisfied. So your highest frequency that you're searching for consistently is satisfaction. So it's looking at your day-to-day routines, looking at your life, looking at your thoughts. Are they feeling satisfying? Are they bringing those feels of satisfaction? Because when you're in that space of feeling satisfied, that is when you are a magnet. Remember, manifesting generators are naturally magnetic. We all have that magnet. I was going to say magnetic and magnet at the same time, but we all have the law of attraction. So we all have that magnetic monopole in the center of our being, which is automatically pulling to us what it is that we desire. And it's basically pulling to us the frequency of that which we're admitting. So if you are on a high vibe, satisfying kind of energy, you are then pulling towards you more satisfaction, right? That's kind of how the law of attraction works. So that's a universal law that spans across all types. What is really awesome is generators and manifesting generators, your aura, so your energy field around you is magnetic, which not only are you the person who is drawing in things to you because of law of attraction, you're also pulling things to you because of your energy frequency around you. That's why generators and manifesting generators is extremely important to kind of have boundaries, right? Because you're constantly pulling, you've got like a double whammy. Okay, so it's super exciting and awesome to know that you have this ability to kind of like pull the things that you want to you, and all you've got to do is feel satisfied. Obviously, like that's a foundational level, and that's what we're going to dive in deeper into the course. So for Erin, generator sacral energy is also making sure you're feeling that satisfaction vibes, and then you are non-specific manifester. So again, non-specific manifester for this 4-6. I do want to point out with Erin, you do have, there's actually a lot of 4s that are coming through with the last 3 profiles that we had, which is all about looking at your network. So kind of like the theme that intuitively, just quickly before I hand over to Tanya, who can give you some tools, intuitively what came up also the last week is kind of asking for help as well, like tapping into the people that are around you to ask for help so that you can consistently remain in the feelings of satisfaction. So look at where you're trying to do everything yourself. And this could go for Simone as well, and then possibly Anne. Look at what are you trying to do on your own that is leaving you feeling frustrated versus asking for help or being open to receive the help, the support from the universe, to then offload it so that you can then focus on what it is that feels satisfying to you, so you can be in the frequency, and then you can, tap into that non-specific manifester energy that you've got going on for you. So Tanya, do you want to give her some tools?
Yeah, so beautiful. So Erin knows, Mama Tanya tells her all the time, because she's also in numerology, she is an 8, that the dream day journal for you, Erin, and you are a writer, you are so incredible with words, like create what it is that you want. It will be so powerful for you. If you literally, any one of you that want to just try like for 21 days and see how your energy shifts and say what you want. Erin, don't be afraid to ask for what it is that you want. You are so magical and you are here to do such beautiful work. And so just on the satisfied, I also just want to say to everybody, find what gives you pleasure. Like find what gives you pleasure and do more of that. It is so important, that sexy sacral energy, guys. Make use of it and do the things that bring you pleasure. It is so, 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 so important. And Erin, don't get too specific. Don't say this is how many clients I want. Don't say that. Say universe, give me what I'm meant to have, because else what you're doing, if you're putting those numbers down, you're pushing it away because you're probably in like, how am I going to do it in that freak out mode? So go freaking wide, go wild, and just focus on that bigger vision and what gives you pleasure, and just follow that pleasure. Just follow that beautiful, beautiful pleasure, because that, Erin, is going to bring everything to you. You are a magnet.
Love that. So I want to add to the point. So for non-specific manifestors, when you are like, for example, instead of saying like what Tanya said, I want to attract 20 new clients into my business by the end of the month, kind of say, what would it feel like when I have my desired clients that I want to attract in my life? So write down all the feels. What experience would you like? So in your dream day journal, kind of like write down the experience of what experiences can you then experience when you have the clients that you're desiring. So whether it be deep, meaningful conversations, like focus on that, focus on empowering, kind of impactful, high vibe energies, looking at synchronicities, looking at I'm going to feel so awesome because I'm going to see my client leave my space feeling confident and inspired and kind of ready to go. That is what's going to get you to feel all the feels, instead of kind of sitting down going, okay, I want 20 clients and then they need to come from here. And then you're going to you can feel the energy already starting to sink down. And then you're going to move to that frustration because you're feeling like you're not doing it correctly because you aren't in alignment. So what is feeling satisfied? Satisfaction for you comes through the feels and the experiences, and that's what you can definitely journal out in your dream day journal.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on to Lucy. So Lucy generates energy. What I'm loving is that we're getting specific, non-specific, specific, non-specific. So we're literally like hopping between, which is awesome. And so you can see like this is what the beauty of, you know, human design is. And then also working with, you know, the space of like the live energy so that you can get some information then and there is, even though we've had generators and manifesting generators, there's significant differences between each and every single chart because we're all unique. We're all, like Karen Curry Parker talks about this, and she's the founder of Quantum Human Design. She really preaches to say that we're all a once in a lifetime cosmic event. Like you are literally here for a purpose. There is no one like you. So it's by stepping into that vibration and that purpose and or that passion or that potential, you're then going to attract the life that you're desiring because it's destined. Like you are meant to be that, you're meant to have the life that you're so craving. And this is why we love sharing this with you. So Lucy generator, emotional. So we go back to that emotional energy of feeling all the feels. And then with her manifestation, she's specific. So specific manifester. I do want to point out, it's also, so it's one of the love gates. So it's looking at, for Lucy, it's kind of like making sure that through your manifestation process, kind of like checking in. If you feel like you aren't attracting what it is that you're looking for, then check in with yourself and say, am I actually running enough energy? Do I feel vitalized? Do I feel satisfied? Do I feel like I have the energy to actually handle what it is that I am wanting to bring into my life? Or do I need to actually re-look at my day-to-day activities so that I can make sure that I'm sustaining a vitalized kind of energy? And also looking at your body. So kind of like checking in with your body and saying, am I honoring my body? Am I respecting my body? Am I giving myself enough self-care, self-love? One of the beautiful things, I was sitting with a client yesterday actually, and she spoke about, I'm not able to attract, I'm attracting basically the opposite version of the partner that I'm actually desiring. And then I said to her, okay, well then that's because the frequency that you're emitting is not in alignment with the frequency that's coming towards you. That's already there waiting for you, but it's kind of like waiting for you to align to it, right? And the one thing was looking at the partner. So she is specific, so she could jot down all the specifics of what she wanted for a partner. And then I said to her, look at each one. Are you that to yourself? Because once you're that to yourself, you're at that high vibe, and then automatically you'll attract that vibration, which is a higher level to where you are now. You're then going to attract it. And then you're not going to feel like you're attracting the polar opposite. It's because you're not vibing. So it's like for you, Lucy, it's looking at your body. Like, are you respecting your body? Are you honoring your body? Are you giving yourself enough time and rest so you can be vitalized? And then also making sure that it's the love gate. So it's like, are you giving yourself enough love? Loving yourself, and it's not necessarily because you're wanting to attract a partner, but you got to love yourself. You got to value yourself enough to know that you're here for a reason so that you can attract what it is that you're desiring. Tanya, do you want to give some tips?
Oh my gosh, like literally as you were bringing Lucy up, even before you said is she specific or non-specific, the first thing that I got was Lucy needs to meditate. Like, Luce, you just need to not overwhelm yourself. I just got this feel of like, don't just go with that freaking self-love. with that being gentle on yourself, because sometimes we feel like I've got to just do this and I've got to do this, and it's task, but we feel totally overwhelmed, and then we don't get what it is that we want. So for me, it was you specifically, I feel like just go meditate. You've got so many beautiful answers within you, and just be gentle on yourself and a lot of self-love. But yeah, meditation for you, I felt very, very, very strongly.
You know what? Actually, it's not Lucy. So I got the name wrong. It's actually not Lucy's chart that we've read. We've read Iviana. How do I say this? Ivania. There we go. That's right. So we actually read her chart. So we didn't read Lucy's chart. There we go. So Vanya.
do meditation. So if you are feeling like you are totally overwhelmed and everything like that, even though you are specific, so have your goals. And I almost want to say, have your goals that you write down. Write your goals, not maybe daily, but like how you see your vision for the year. So you can be specific on that, and then just meditate and slow down. I don't know if that message was actually for Lucy, or if that was because as you were going through the chart and saying,
okay, so it's very interesting because obviously we know it's line 3 today, so we are literally line 3ing it. Like, this is what I love. It's like we can show you how much we know, but if you're not experiencing it and you're kind of vicariously living it through our experience of what a line 3 is, so anywhere in your chart where you have line 3, this is the potential of what you can experience. Is like we're literally winging it. Exactly. Kind of saying, well, you know what, this is the energy, so let's experience this. But what's definitely coming through, and this is because it is also about the intuition. So we read the chart and there's also the intuition. Lucy actually also did say, and I felt really like when I was calling out Lucy, she literally said, yes, I'm doing super gentle, or I'm being super gentle with myself. So that's obviously something that she definitely resonated with, which is like super, super awesome, because obviously like the message had to come through. So let's kind of look at, so Iva, you said Iva, thank you for making it short for me. Thank you so much. I really like line 3 today. I was just not going to get it right. Let us know, because the replay is going to be here. Let us know if that resonated with you, because it did come up for you. Remember, for you are a specific manifester, and it is also about tapping into your self-love energy, and then also kind of like saying the I ams. So with you as well, I'm going to add in, it is subconscious, but I do want to kind of bring it to your conscious, is looking at what are the thoughts that you keep thinking to yourself about yourself, right? Mm-hmm. So the I am, so kind of like standing in that I am presence of, I am actually worthy of love. I am worthy and deserving of 20 clients that I'm searching for. So it's looking at that I am statement. And then Tanya, you mentioned kind of the journaling or meditation, looking at the meditating on I am affirmations. That could also possibly work for you, because it's coming through your 1 from your G center, which I can see in your chart. So let us know, Iva, if that works for you and that resonates with you. I'm going to quickly do Lucy's chart. And then I'm conscious of the time. So how do you think we can do one more chart after Lucy?
Yes. Oh, I've got it. Yeah, let's see how Lucy goes. I think, yay! So glad that you loved it. Journaling. It's the best. Hello, Mona. Ivania. There we go. That's how you say it, I'm sure.
Ivania. There we go. Thank you. Like it was just not coming to me.
Ivania.
It was just like not coming to me, and I'm like, why am I crucifying this woman's name? Like, because I also like, listen, my name seems very easy, Jacqueline. Do you know how many variations of Jacqueline I get? Jackie, Jax, Jacqueline, like Jacqueline. I'm like, really? Like, it's so easy. So I understand the pain when someone kind of like ruins your name. So I do apologize, but like we said, today is a line 3 day. So we're going with that line 3 energy, because it's through the experiences that you also then gain the wisdom and the knowledge needed to be your best self. And that's what the kind of like line 3 shows us.
So guys, just want to quickly say, so for people that don't have their actual time, if you play around, look, it's not going to be 100% correct, but you can play around with the different times in the day and you can see. So actually, before I knew my husband's, I played around with it and he was definitely a projector. He's a 3-5 and I'm a 3-6. How crazy is that? So both of us were all about experimenting when we were young. So we perfectly fitted. Wild child. But there is a way you can, so if you were connected to your pendulum, you could ask your pendulum to help you. You could maybe go to a psychic medium and ask them to help you to tap into that, asking your guides. You could ask yourself. You could play around and start feeling like, yes, does that feel right? But Glynis, you can play around with your chart. The only thing that you will probably find out if you're a projector or something like that, but you won't find 100%, but you'll get some of your information.
So I want to touch on that. 100% true. The only difference within your chart is you might not necessarily have the exact gates. So it's kind of looking at the time of birth and just knowing more or less if it's the morning, evening, or afternoon. If you really don't know, kind of experimenting, like Tanya said, the only difference that's really going to come in that you might not be 100% accurate, but that's kind of where it's advised that you actually then tap into an analyst, where we sit with you and I actually look through your charts and kind of intuitively feel what feels good for you, because I can see based on your traits and kind of how you're speaking if this actually resonates or not, and then you can kind of dive deeper into your gates. So the big things aren't going to change within your chart. It's just kind of when you go on to that deeper level, kind of almost want to say like stage 3 or 4, that might be a little bit like where you need a bit of kind of guidance because it might not be 100% accurate. Okay, so now we've got Lucy's chart. Oh, I just want to say, Ivania says, yes, it does. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. I'm so glad that it resonates with you. And then, okay, so let's do Lucy's chart. Yes.
And then, guys, we're going to have to go. But whoever wants to join us on Monday, we're going to go so deep. Monday, Wednesday. And then we are going to do a beautiful, beautiful chart reading and follow up in April with you guys. I'm going to start in the morning, 2:30 or thereabouts. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to keep quiet now so that you can do it.
Okay, so Lucy's projector. Also specific projector, and this is why it was resonating, because Lucy, you also have the gate with the body, and that's kind of intuitively, so you can see the intuition coming to play. When we're both in alignment, we're able to then connect. Even though we make a bit of a mishap, it resonates and it's not too far off track. So Lucy, you also have that gate 46, which is all about being kind to your body, the love of the body, nurturing that body. It's also stepping into the power of the I am. So those I am statements, so kind of like looking and checking in with yourself, being a specific manifestor as well. You can get specific depending on how it feels. Remember, you're a self-projected projector, which means you've got to talk it out. So kind of give yourself a soundboarding option. So be in a space of someone that you trust. If you don't have a friend or a family member, this is a great time where you get a coach or a mentor, like one of us, myself or Tanya. But you actually just allow yourself to just speak it out, because it's actually through the words that come out that you'll actually find clarity in what it is that you're wanting to make a decision on, or what it is that you're intending, or what goals you kind of want to set, and kind of like what's the best way forward. You're actually talking it out and then listening to what it is that you're saying, and that's kind of where you're going to get that guidance. So specific manifestor projector. Do you want to talk to Lucy?
Yeah, so Lucy, definitely, I feel for you is very much to go within as well. So that meditation, definitely, and just be gentle. Don't overwhelm yourself. If it feels good to you, then write those goals and put it where you wake up in the morning and you get to see it. If it excites you, if it is giving you total freaking overwhelm, don't do that. Don't do that. Just start getting excited, like starting your day. It's quite funny. My vibe this morning was just like on freaking fire. And I wanted to send Jacqueline a message and go, clearly I've been hanging out with black coffee this morning. And it's not black coffee that you get the South African DJ. So good. You guys will find him on Spotify. He's just amazing. And I was like, bring it. So Lucy, Yeah, yes, I find speaking so good for me. Lucy, then absolutely, like, do that. Speak to your hubby, speak to yourself, speak to your guides, guys. Like, honestly, we have higher selves, we have all these magical things, and sometimes, write it out and speak it out. Like, I speak to myself all the time. People must think I'm crazy if they lived in my house. Luckily I spend a lot of time at home alone, but I will talk things out as well. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. But Luce, I just feel like so strongly that yes, that take care of your body, take care of Lucy. And if you are doing that and you're feeling that self freaking love, like, you are not going to feel the overwhelm, and you are going to do amazingly, and everything's just going to fall into place. Don't push, guys. Like, I cannot say this enough. Live a life that you freaking adore, and things will work out for you always. Don't push and be unhappy and feel overwhelmed. I did that for so long, and it just doesn't serve you. Like, live in freaking flow. Yes, experience life, do all the things, but just live in flow, because it's the most magical way. And for those of you that want to dig deeper, like Jacqueline and I will adore to have your beautiful energies with us. Starting on Monday, Jacqueline has so beautifully put it over there. So you'll see there's the Manifestation by Design. Click on that link, join us. It will be live only one ever time. So we will tap into our beautiful intuitions. We will tap into all the guidance, and we will tap into your unique chart so that you can start manifesting the life that you truly love and adore.
So while we end off, there's going to be, it's basically a 2-day workshop. So there's 2 days, it's Monday and Wednesday. For those of you that are joining us live, you're going to catch the replay as well. And you're actually going to have like lifetime access to the content. So it's not just a once-off, you're going to have the access for, the duration of however long it lasts. But what's nice about Monday and Wednesday is not only are you going through the process, and we're going to teach you the 7 steps, the formula that we've kind of looked at to kind of get you into alignment, to get clarity on what it is that you're wanting to attract, so that you're not wanting to just kind of fall into the trap of everybody else, like, oh, but I want this and I want that car because so-and-so does this. It's kind of like really clarifying what it is that you want, knowing and understanding how you're designed to get what it is that you want, and then also looking at self-sabotaging technique, kind of like how to overcome self-sabotage. So it's like how to overcome these limiting blocks, how to actually get in alignment with that frequency of the thing that you're wanting to attract, and how do you actually stay there. So that's what we're really going to be speaking about on Monday and Wednesday. And then because it's live and there is the bonus, we're going to be doing chart reading. So we're going to be looking like exactly what we're doing now, except it's going to be deeper. There isn't a big group that's joining us next week. So really take advantage of the fact that you can literally get a once-off kind of like reading, and then also intuitive reading and answering Q&As and tools that are designed specifically for you, which I'm like super excited about. So this is Monday and that's Wednesday, or Monday and Wednesday. But I know, Tanya, you've got to bounce because we've like, this has been so absolutely incredible. And then also if you've got any questions, like drop it in the question. I'm going to be sitting for a little bit answering any of the questions that you might have. I'll be happy to answer them. Or if you want to contact either one of us directly, please do so. Reach out, ask if you've got something that's on your mind, if you're unsure about something, if this is actually going to be good for you or work for you. We'll tell you straight off the bat, like yes, no, and we'll answer your question as best as possible.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, all the beautiful women that were on here with us. I love you all to bits and pieces. Go and live by design. Go manifest by design. I am going to shoot off to my appointment now. Love you all lots. And I will see you, Jacqueline, next week with the gorgeous souls that are joining us. Yeah, baby. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.